So we're going to נדבר על איך לבדוק signed in users מול not signed in users, ותוך כדי זה נראה מה זה calculation, איך להשתמש ב-calculation, ונשתמש בו גם כדי לתת שמות עברית לשדות. Okay, so let me refresh this. Okay. As nase a new workbook, nase it's a miefis, nase new, create new workbook. V'nishtemesh od pam Primo action usage. Now for the subject areas, Primo action usage, v'create. Primo action usage, histamashnu b'ze kodem, kadeli wrote at signed in users, the number of sessions, the action types, whether it was a search, a browse, etc. Now we're just going to check im mishu aya signed in or not signed in. So we have the total number of actions shemishu asa, shezeh gam im hu aya signed in, gam im hu lo aya signed in. Then we have the total number he did when he was signed in, or she was signed in. So nasim et zeh navor letavla ki od pam husam betayel ki hiknasnu measure. So we'll say table here signed in. Let's also filter here on the dates. Let's say that we want the year to be 2022. So we'll say year 2022. So we have a full year. And we'll say signed in. So we have the total actions altogether, the total actions Mishuaya signed in. We don't have the total actions Mishahu lo signed in. Chaser lanu measure shall call Mishaloaya signed in. Let's go take a look at something. If we say Primo action usage again, and we'll say Ex Libris, and we'll say analytics. Okay. So what are we doing now? We have actions is a measurement field that tracks the number of times an action was taken. And then we have signed in, which is a measurement field that tracks the number of times an action was taken from a user who was signed in. Shezeh omer, shezeh pachot zeh, is called Misha lo haya signed in. As anachnu nivne measure kazeh al yedei yitzirat action. Excuse me, al yedei yitzirat calculation. So within here, this plus sign, I'm in the data panel on the top, and next to the plus it says add, and we're going to add a calculation. Lo nedaber hayom al data sets or scenarios. We're adding a calculation. Now, nikra lezeh, not signed in. And we'll say, let me close that. We'll say we want the field actions. I'm just going to drag it in. I could start typing. V'hu mechapes kol hasadot sheyesh et hamilah hazot. Or I can drag it in. Then we'll say minus. I could just type the minus sign. O, kol operators, kan, the operators. So we'll say minus. Now we have the minus sign. The signed in, dragging in the signed in. And let's validate it. Says it's validated, save. So now we have a new field called not signed in. Kol hasadot she אנחנו מוסיפים בתור calculation, מופיעים בפולדר לבד בשם calculations, my calculations. Here's my not signed in. Let's put it here. So now I can see actions plus signed in equals not signed in. So we have, not signed in plus signed in equals actions. So we have, and it works. 1 and 6 is 7, 8 and 2 is 10, Od Echad, 7 and 1 is 8 and 1 is 9, Huoved. Now we don't need those actions, so we can get rid of that. We just want the signed in against the not signed in. So we'll get rid of those actions. Here I'm going to click the X. Now, Boni Kra Lehem Mashu Bivrit. So instead of calling this not signed in, I'm going to edit this calculation. Al Yedei Lechitza Yemanit. Lechitza Yemanit ve-edit calculation. And here we'll say Lo Hizdahe. Save. So now Zenikra Lo Hizdahe. V'nivneh Echad shenikra signed in, or Hizdahe. So we'll make a new calculation. Add calculation. We'll call it Hizdahe, and we'll add signed in without any kind of manipulation. Ki rotzim oto kamo shehu. Save. V'bimkom ha-signed in hazeh nishtamesh ba Hizdahe. Asu mofia kan b'my calculations. Bimkom limchok et ha-signed in v'lahosif et ha-Hizdahe. Ani yachol ligror oto alav. Lo be'emtza, lo b'hatchala alav, v'mofia ha'ex hazeh shomer she ze yimachek, v'ha-green plus omer ze yasef. And now we have Hizdahe v'lo mizdahe. Let's save it before we do anything else. Save. We don't need the save as, ki tzodlo saved. Nasimo toba tomakom. And nikra lezeh nituach shel shim she hizdahe mul lo mizdahe. Okay. So the rov ha-actions karu be anashim shelo hizdahu. Sevir lahaniach shemitchil lavod va'az ra'u shekadei lasot bakasha or lageshet lemamar tzrichim lehizdahu. Aval b'chol mikra yesh lanu hamisparim kan. Va'az nuchal latzig et ze b'kol minei tzurot kamo she'asinu ad akshav. Ze nireh dugma klasi for a donut. We'll go to donut here. And we have Hizdahe in the color and Lo Hizdahe in the values. That's what by default it gave us. Shezelo ma she'anachnu rotzim. Az nuchal lavir, let's lahavir, cancel. Let's lahavir ze lekan. And now we have out of 3 million, be'erech reva, shavim v'shalosh reva, shavim v'shalosh achuz, lo hizdahe, mul reva hizdahe. Anachnu nachzorlecalculation od ma'at, ki yesh lanu mashu yoter amok b'calculation. Let's even go to the calculation now. And do something a little bigger. So let's say, first of all, this is saved. And I'm going to stop sharing for 1 moment. Excuse me, 1 moment. Stop sharing. Am I sharing now?
Ken. Yes, you're sharing.
Okay. Okay, Rock Rega. Okay. Create new workbook. נסתכל על ה-facet usage, ובתוך ה-facet usage, נשתמש ב-calculation כדי לאחד different facets. אנחנו רוצים לדעת שמישהו עושה חיפוש בתוך הקטלוג, האם מה-results הם עושים facet בצד שמאל, או בעברית אולי זה בצד ימין, שהוא יכול להגיד למשל רק אלה in my library, רק אלה שהם online, רק אלה שהם available, יש גם אחד חוץ מהקטלוג שלי. So, ב-subject areas נבחור הפעם Primo facet usage, מה שעוד לא עשינו. ונגיד שאנחנו רוצים the number of facets selected. Let's first of all filter again by the dates. And we'll say the date filter, dragging it on top. And we'll say the previous, let's say the previous 24 months. Previous complete 2 years. Or previous complete 24 months. And that's enough. And number of facets selected, it's going to change this to a tile. Here's the tile. And we'll change it to a table so we can add another field. And the field will be the facet value. So now we can see which facets were chosen. אחרי שמישהו עשה חיפוש, או אולי הוא לא בחר facet בכלל. So first let's organize this high to low, כדי לראות מה הגדולים, לוחץ למעלה על החץ הזה. And no, that means none was chosen. Full text online is a big one. And then we have all the other ones. So אולי אנחנו רוצים עכשיו להגיד, כמה פעמים מישהו בחר שום דבר, כמה פעמים מישהו בחר full text online, וכמה פעמים מישהו בחר כל דבר אחר. So we'll have שלוש ערכים, nothing, full text online וכל היתר. יכול להיות שכל היתר האלו אפילו לא מגיעים ל-full text online, אנחנו נראה. יכול להיות שלא. Actually, אולי כן, because this is going to be close. בוא נראה. מי חושב, בוא נעשה איזה טריוויה. מי חושב שיש יותר full text online מאשר not full text online? הוא חושב שיש יותר not full text online. מישהו רוצה לנחש לפני שנתחיל? Anybody? רוחמה, מה את חושבת?
אני משערת full text online.
Full text online? Okay.
אני סתם זורקת.
All right. מה איתך, אימי? רמי, מה אתה חושב?
לא הייתי מרוכזת, אז אני לא יכולה לענות באופן.
אוקיי, רמי, אתה...
אני חושב שזה יהיה קרוב.
קרוב. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. So we're going to add a calculation, and within the calculation, we're going to say an expression where it says, if null, then not chosen. We'll call it not chosen. If full text online, then leave it full text online. Else, דהיינו כל דבר אחר, נקרא לו not full text online. ואנחנו לא צריכים ממש לדעת את הנוסח, כי יש דרך שזה יוצג ואנחנו רק משנים אותו. So here we go. We're going to change this facet value. So we'll say plus, like we did before, add calculation, and we'll call this sug facet. Oops, sorry about that. Sug facet. Okay, now, אם אנחנו לא יודעים איך לכתוב רשמי את הדבר הזה, את if, when, else, blah, 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 תחת expressions כאן, יש שני סוגים, case switch ו-case if. We could use either one, אבל נשתמש ב-case switch. So let's just make it look a little nicer. It's case whatever, when whatever, then whatever, else whatever, end. So the case, we're talking about the facet value. So we'll put in the facet value. פעם הקודמת גררתי שדה לכאן, הפעם נתחיל לכתוב אחד. F-A-C-E-T, search in progress, and here it is, facet value. When, let's see exactly what it's called, full text online, when full text online. יש כמה דרכים לעשות את זה אגב. Then, and we'll keep it full text online. Then we'll say when null. Let's even make it a little fancier. I've never put in Hebrew in here before, so no promises.
Text malay. Text malay.
Okay. Text malay im aleph besof, nachon?
Yeah.
And when null, then lo nivchar. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry about that. What am I in now? Hebrew. Lo nivchar. Else, not full text online. Nice. Okay. יש מילה לפסט, אם כבר תיקנו את full text online?
אשכול.
Eshkol, all right. Now let's leave that. All right, Eshkol, all right. Sug Eshkol. All right. Save. Now let's validate. Let's see if we made a mistake. No? Okay, so far so good. Save. Now, im nikach et hachadash hazeh, it's going to be under the facets folder. Here it is. Bimkom lahachlif et zeh, narchil nasim oto al yad, kedei levadeh, shekol elu mekablim erech lo text maleh, shezeh mekabel erech text maleh, v'zeh mekabel erech lo nivchar. As nasim oto al yad. Kan ani mavir le canvas, the canvas. Kodem evarti lakan, just to do it a little different way. Yofi. So we have, didn't I say when null? Let's check that. Text maleh, low text maleh. This, let's go see why this didn't work. This should say lo nivchar. Kinire asiti ta'ut. Edit calculation. Can now be, no, it's because the null is in this. What's the problem with the kaf, did you say?
אשכול בכף.
לא הסיבה שזה לא נתן, לא נובחר, אוקיי.
גם רווח אחרי, לפני האלס.
Okay. So the reason though is null isn't supposed to get an erech, garish. That would mean if it really said no, but when it's empty, you just say no. That's why it didn't work. Okay, save. Okay, yofi. So now we have lo nivchar when it's null, text maleh when it's full text online, kol hayeter lo text maleh. Now if we get rid of this facet value, we'll see the numbers because all of these will aggregate together. So we'll remove the facet value. Really close. Okay, so Ruchama at tzedakt, aval gam rami at tzedakta, ki amarta shezeh yeh ma'od karov. V'zeh bemet ma'od karov. Text maleh, 50,000, low text maleh, kol hayeter, 44,000. As rov anashim acharei shem osim chipus, rotzim rak text maleh. Sha'agav, that doesn't correlate exactly with the amount of items being purchased, but that's a whole nother topic about physical inventory and electronic inventory and the purchasing trends, but we'll save that for another day too. Now, of course, we want to see this in a nice way. Let's already change the facet selected gamla ivrit. What do I need to do now? Boni shal shanashim engaged. איך אני יכול לבנות משהו שיהיה כמו הפאסט selected הזה, אבל יהיה בעברית? נכון, מוסיפים calculation ונותנים לו שם בעברית. So נגיד add calculation, נקרא לזה מספר אשכולים שנבחרו.
אשכולות.
אשכולות.
אשכולות. אוקיי, אשכולות. שמישהו לא נחשוב שאנחנו מדברים על הפרי. שנבחרו, אוקיי. וזה יהיה רק facet selected, בלי שינוי. וניקח את זה מה-calculations, על ה-facet selected הזה נחליף אותו, ובואו נראה איך זה ייראה in a visualization. Let's put that in a pie. השתמשנו בדונט הרבה כבר, a pie. And let's put the category, in the SUG, instead of in category, move it to color. Move this down to color. Oops, nope, can't move that down. Oh, because they're all measures. Yeah. Can't put that in there. Let's do it with a donut. They're all בערך pretty equal. The הכי גדול שוני זה 28 ל-39, זה לא שאחד מאוד בולט. Okay.
אולי תעשה bar chart וזהו.
Bar chart, okay. Horizontal bar or a stacked bar? Let's do a stacked bar. And let's sort it by high to low. Sort by the mispar, high to low. Okay. All right. Adding notes to the workbook we already saw. Let's do conditional formatting. We're moving now. This is saved. Let's save. So this is okay. יש מקרים שיש data, למשל מספרים, ובמקום להתחיל להסתכל על הטבלה, or a bar chart, or whatever it is, ולהתחיל להגיד, אוקיי, זה יותר מ-100, זה פחות מ-100, or זה לפני הרבה זמן, וזה רק עכשיו, אפשר לעשות conditional formatting, שזה לעשות formatting לדאטה, על ידי שדות שונות, כמו כל מה שהיה לפני יותר משנה, הוא יהיה צבע כחול. או כל מה שיש יותר ממאה, הוא יהיה red bold, כדי להבליט. כל ברקוד שלא הושל בלפחות 3 שנים, הוא יהיה whatever. So למשל, let's take the Primo popular searches that we already did, ובואו נשנה אותו. אז נלך לקטלוג. איך אני הולך עכשיו לקטלוג? איך אני יכול למצוא report שיש לי כבר שמור? מכאן. מישהו רוצה להציע? מה אני צריך לעשות כדי עכשיו להגיע ל-report? נעמי, את יודעת, אמי? מישהו?
That's a good question.
אני רוצה עכשיו למצוא workbook שכבר שמרתי. מה אני צריך לעשות? I want to go to the catalog.
Catalog.
Share.
My file. Share file.
Okay, we'll go first to the arrow here, Lamala Bitsad Small. Go back, because I want to get to the main page. And now I'm in the catalog. So we saved everything here in the Yoel Millie session. Let's make a copy before, because we don't want to ruin what we already did. Let's take this chipusim betachrozet halacha v'leshanot oto. So we'll say duplicate. I click the 3 dots here. I could also do a right click on it. Duplicate. And now it's the same thing with the word copy. Let's rename it and say, this is going to be Chipusim Betachrozet Halacha and Im Formatting Betnai. Or in format. Formatting Zelo Ivrit. Format Betnai.
Format.
Okay. Malo beseder.
גם פורמט, מה ההבדל בין פורמטים לפורמט?
Oh, formatting is, okay, formatting. All right. So let's take this. We'll open it now. I can double click, or I can right click and open, or I can right here do open. All right. And we still have this just halacha, because at one stage we did halacha lema'aseh. Okay, halacha. And let's now, it's sorted now, I think. Yes, it's sorted by Aleph Bet here, or Aleph Taf, Yiternachon. So if I did hide a low, here, hide a low, I would immediately know all the big ones because they're on top. But if I have it here by search string hide a low, even if I were to do a secondary format, a secondary sort, im odsado, I still don't know. I have to scroll down and say, oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. Whichever one, 120. That's a big one, 83. I can't immediately see. So ulai ani rotze lagid kol ma she-50 v'yoter yeh ba'otiyot yoter gedolot. Oh, beformat acher, befont acher, whatever. So on the top right, icon ha'acharon here, ha'icon acharon b'tzad small zenireh kumo מה שיש ברמזור עם האדום, צהוב וירוק, אף על פי שיש רק 2 כאן. That's איפה שמוסיפים את conditional formatting rules. יש גם באנליטיקס conditional formatting. So I'll click that, and now I'm going to make a rule. So I'll call this rule if searches. This is just milim. Actually, I'll probably make this in Hebrew too. Im yesh yoter mi az yeh adom bolet. Red bold. Now, I only have one measure in this report. Avalu hayali arbe ayiti tzurich livchor. But I got one. I could actually base this gam on a measure shelo kalul betocha adoch al yedei livchor echad acher kan. Aval yesh li rak echad kan anyway. Then I'll say if the number of searches is greater than or equal to 50, then I'm going to click this. I want it, color will be red. The font, I'll keep the font, I'll make the font bold. We're going to change the legend afterwards. Okay. And I can already see it. And save. So now, Kishemishu do midafdef kan, humiyad roeh mahagdolim. Lamata katuv et legend, ma shaza omer, because the legend by default is hachok. Aval אפשר לשנות גם את זה, לעברית או לכל טקסט אחר. נלך בחזרה לפורמטינג, manage conditional formatting rules, אני לוחץ עוד פעם על הצלמית הכי שמאלי, והhere נעשה עוד פעם edit, ותחת legend, instead of not having a custom, we'll say Adom okay. And save. עכשיו יש לי את legend בעברית למטה. עכשיו זה ייראה יותר הגיוני. Let's make an object with this one. So back in Alma, כדי שנראה איך זה ייראה למשתמש. We'll go to the analytics objects list again. And נקרא לזה משהו דומה להקודם, כדי שזה יהיה ביחד ולא יהיה בלגן כאן. So first we'll filter. We'll filter by only those. Let me make this smaller so I see everything. Okay. Source system Primo. So the one, the doch meli arishon. We'll call this doch meli asheni. So we'll say actions, add new Primo Analytics object. That's going to be from the meli folder. And let me make sure I saved this. Okay. And we will choose, here it is, formatting b'tanai. Display name, yeah. Doch meli hashini. Nuchali wrote it za agav gamkan while that's saving. Here, let's export it. This is the export. I can actually see it if I print it to a PDF. Print. Last time we exported to PowerPoint. PDF isn't giving me the colors. So let's do it to a picture. And cancel up. Let's put it to a PDF. Let's see if when I save it. It does. Great. So here, when I send it to a PDF, it was going to my printer, so it was black and white. Save. And let's put that into the melee. So this is and let's go take a look at that. So ככה מישהו יראה אותו. מיד הוא רואה, אם היה רשימה יותר עמוקה, ארוכה, היה יותר יפה, יותר שימושי. Let's continue here now. Okay, still saving. Okay, there we go. So now, איזה role של אנשים ישתמשו בזה? עוד פעם, זה קשור ל-discovery הייתי אומר. So let's say we want the discovery admin to be able to see this. Discovery operator. And save. אגב, גם מכאן אפשר לעשות view full report. אפשר לראות מבתוך ה-analytics object את הדוח עצמו, כי מי שבא לכאן אין לו בהכרח analytics designer roles, אז הוא יכול מכאן לעשות. Anyway, so this is done. We're ready to go. And let's now add that to our favorites so we can access it. So inside analytics, any user now with role Discovery Administrator or Discovery Operator Limited can go to the analytics objects list and he will see all of the analytics objects. Let's put this in list view. Sheyesh behem, a role that he also has. Hu lo yireh eze elu she'en lo gisha elehem. V'im hu rotzeh shu yachol lirot et zeh, hu yachol mikan lasot view full report. Ze yiftach et zeh, aval ze chad pami, ze rak keshelu lochetz, v'ze yiftach lo. Ze ma she lo haya b'minshak hayeshan. Or hu yachol lasot add to favorites. It's got a badge that it's in its favorites. Va'az kan be'analytics, ze mofia befavorite shelo. Ulai hu rotzeh ze lamala, hu yachol ligror lamala. Ve'hu yilchatz kan, ve'ze yiftach lo. Ve'yesh, az yesh lekol echad im harol hazeh, efsharut lahosif et zeh lefavorite shelo kan, ve'hu yachol legeshet elav. That's the conditional formatting, v'gam achazara al ha-analytics objects. Ha'im yesh shelot? One new message, hold on. Someone says, chet smoli. Okay.
It's
Is
old.
that for me? Oh, okay.
Back.
Oh, and someone says, toda rabah ani tzrich lelechet. Okay. Okay, no questions. Any questions from the audience? Shelo kadvu. Lo. Okay, let's move on then. The catalog and navigation. Betsem dibarnu kvar toch kadei kol adrim acharim ala catalog and navigation. Ra'inu shezato catalog ruim gamata analytics, gamata data visualization, yeshlem tzalmiot shonot. Shefshala zahot mazeh loktzim alav v'hu poteach betoch minshak hamatim hu yiftach bedata visualization or beanalytics. Gam kfar ra'inu adding notes. Let's talk now about a list box. A list box hu domeh leprompt. יש מקרים שיש רשימה גדולה של דברים, ורוצים לתת למשתמש אפשרות לבחור אחד מאפשריות. Got a long list, for example, והוא רוצה רק דבר אחד, או קבוצה אחד. וזה עם list box. So let's do an example. Let's go back to the Primo action usage. עוד פעם נשאל, איך מכאן אני יכול לפתוח a new workbook? Amy, you want to suggest? איך פותחים new workbook? רמי?
זה ללכת אחורה שם?
שלוש נקודות.
למעלה, right.
כן.
שלוש נקודות, right,
כן.
okay. I could actually also go here,
כן,
both of you are
נכון.
right. I could go here and click create.
Mhm.
If I'm already in a workbook, I can click the three dots here. Okay, create new workbook. We'll go to subject areas and we'll choose the Primo action usage. Create workbook. Okay, let's put in more actions than we had last time, and let's filter again by year. Let's make an expression filter. They're more mitkadem. Okay, so we'll say I want the year to be between 2 years ago and now, or 2 years ago and now. So we'll say year between year timestamp add. Then we'll say SQL TSI year -2 from the current date. Close that and close that. And we'll take the whole thing. And also there's other ways to do this. You might be saying, why is he doing it that way? I know there's a million ways. Apply. Nivadesh Zavad, nosifat a year here. Yofi, it's taking 2 years ago until today. All the years that are from 2 years ago until the current year. Okay. Now we want, I don't want to display that. I just wanted to check Shehu Sholef Nachon. Let's take the actions and the action group. Zasug shall action. I got to put this in a table. The action group and the action etzmo. Okay. Now maybe Mishu rotzeh livchor rak echad mia action groups. Like these are all about document. When someone's in a document, what does he do? Does he click the permalink? Does he print it? Does he go to RefWorks? These are general. There's one here for search. Maybe he only wants Mikola action groups aelu who are rocket the search. There's also action subgroup. Let's throw in the action subgroup just for fun. We could also make it with the action subgroup, but let's say someone wants to choose the action only. So a list box. Adakshav. Let's save this first. Save as. A list box. Okay, save. I'm not in the right directory. Shared folders and Yoel Melly. All right. Adakshav kolpam she hosafnu oshininu echad mia visualizations alachnu lakan veshininu oto. Oh, we did duplicate. I did a right click, which is the same as coming here to the 3 dots menu. And then edit, we did duplicate visualization. And then we changed the visualization here. Zemasha sinu adakshav. Aval akshav anachnu rotzim lachil with an empty visualization. Va'az lahosiflo data. In this case, nosiflo the action group. So let's get rid of this visualization. Shepatachti rak kadei lahadgim. Delete this visualization. And נוסיף אחד אחר מהדאטה panel. בתוך הדאטה panel, I'm going to click the middle לשונית. ממש בהתחלה היום, אמרתי שזה הדאטה panel, ויותר מאוחר נעבור להלשונית של ה-visualizations, זה עכשיו. לוחץ כאן, ויש לי אותו visualization שיש לי כאן, ואני יכול לגרור אותם מכאן לבתוך הקנבס. אז נלך ל-list box. Actually, I can search too. It's right here. But if I couldn't find it, I could just start typing. Oops. Here's list box. I'm going to drag it. I'm going to put it on top. I could put it here. I could put it wherever. Okay, now I want to put there the action group. Let's say I'm going to go to the data lashonit now. Besides small, lashonit data in the data panel. And we'll take the action group and I'm going to drag it into the category. Lo natchil im filters hayom. To the category. And now he can do all, or the user can choose a specific one. So let's see what's going to happen now. Let's save this. I'm going to minimize these chaloniot, these panes, besides small. I'm going to close this one. Close the data panel. Okay, so now it's larger. So now someone says, oh, that's a big list. I just want the search. So we'll come along and say, I want just the search. And now he has just a search, just like a prompt. ובתוך list box, אפשר לעשות כל מיני שינויים בפורמטים שלו. We can take this list box and change various things here, but let's first add another list box. Here, we'll go later to here, and we'll play around with the visualization. Aval kodem, let's put in two. We have one for the action group, but then after he gets to search, maybe he only wants the voice search. I see, Barilan, you're using the voice search, or somebody used it. Okay. So let's open these panes again. Efshar liftoch otam, the grammar panel and the data panel. Al yedei ligror et achbar yamina. Oh, amarnu kodem lamata betzad small. We have toggle data panel and toggle grammar panel. So I toggled the grammar panel. I've got it again. I toggled the data panel. I have it again. Let's go and add another list box. We'll add it all the way over here. So now we have two on top. And let's take this and drag in again, going back to the data. This time we'll take the action subgroup. So here's the subgroup. We'll drag it on into the category. And let's run that now. Just gonna do another chipus here, just to keep it alive so it doesn't time out. Okay. Now, let's toggle this, both panels. Now someone comes along and says, I want, let's put it back to all, just so we start from FS. So now everything is here. Someone comes along and says, okay, I only want the search. Then he says, okay, I only want the search, but I only want the subgroup voice search. The search history, voice search, and search, and browse even. So here we'll say, I want only the voice search. So now he has only the voice search. Nosif lakan, a tile, שייתן לנו את הסך הכל הזה, ונראה שהוא גם ישתנה דינמי, הוא ישתנה לפי מה שבן אדם בוחר למעלה in action group ו-action subgroup. By the way, right now, this is what I see of my options in the subgroup. I see 5 options, 6 options, because I chose that. 6 options. Lu zehaya all, and someone were to come here, he sees all of them. As ma shechashuv kan, ha-subgroup mishtaneh lefi ma sheni bocher in the action group. Ma shelo kolel kore automati in prompts be-analytics. If I have 2 prompts, I can do configurations to it, but im ani yasam shnei prompts be-analytics, v'lemashal I have library and location. And I choose the library in one, the location won't give me only the locations in the library that I chose. Yesh drachim lasot et zeh, aval lo b'default. Kan, the action subgroup automatically is updating depending on what I choose here. If I choose document, the only subgroups I have now are related to document. And when I choose collection discovery, I get whatever is related to the collection discovery. Okay, let's go back. So now we want to put in a tile to see that also, let's put everything back on all. Okay, to see that the Sacha Kolkan Yishtaneh lefi ma sheni bocher lamala va'az naseh formatting to the list box. Okay, so we'll put back the grammar panel and the data panel. Lamata b'tzad yamina set toggle. We want a tile. So I could duplicate this one and then change it to a tile. Or let's drag in a tile. I'll go to the visualizations. This time I'll type tile. We'll drag that in. We'll put it on top between the list box and the results. Now, it says no data to display because there's no data. Because I made it new. When I duplicated them in the past, hukvar kalal et sadot shehayu betoch ma shechpalti. So now we'll drag into here from the grammar panel. The actions. So here we are. I'm in the data tab of the data panel, taking actions, dragging it in to the values. Okay, so that's the Sacha call of all of these. Nuchal levadesh zoved if I take a smaller group. Let's take, for example, let's toggle our panels again. This is a nice doch. Save. Let's say I want, again, the search. So now that's 2 million. And maybe now I want only the action group, subgroup browse. So now 70, that looks right, 74, that's around 20, around 46, 56, 57. Yep, that's about 74,000. Okay, so I've got both list boxes, the Sacha call mispar actions betotzaot, ve masha bacharti beaction and sub-action group. Now, the list boxes, katzat, lo ro'im miyad shehem shonim miyeter hadoch, as efshar l'shonot otam. So let's open up again the data panel. I'm clicking on the bottom right toggle data panel. Ve'im ani bocher echad mihem, I'm going to bocher that list box. So elu kol ha ma'afyanim properties of this, whatever I chose. So let's say for the title, by default, it's none. I'm going to click it, make it custom, and say, na livchor et ha hamat'im. Shehu yada al ma medubar. Okay. Then we don't want a tooltip. We could change the font if we want. Let's make the font Verdana. Verdana bold. Okay. So now it's Verdana bold. Naliv choret hakvutza pu'ula hamat'im. Action group. I don't think we need action group there because we already have it in the name of the field. Font we've already got. Label, I think that's enough, but let's change the color so it'll point out a bit. So we have a background color. Let's say we want the background to be custom. I clicked auto. Now I'm clicking custom. And in the fill color, let's take that yellow. Let me take that so I can put it on the other one too. And okay. That corrects sometimes. I haven't figured out this color. If somebody has an idea, tell me. But sometimes I don't get the color to fill it. There we go. Oh, you got to click on this part. Okay. So now we got the color there. Let's take this one. This is a real nice one. Im ratzinu la'acheret kol ma shasinu hayom yecholnu gam la'asot rename l'kol zeh aval, and then it'll all be Hebrew. Action subgroup. Let's take this. Let's do this to save our time. We'll take this. Okay. Now we'll say again title, custom, and this will be na livchor et ha tat kvutza subgroup. What would that be? At tat kvutza or whatever. Okay. Tat kvutzat ha'pu'ula. Naseta background. Instead of auto, we'll say custom. Nivchor kan et zeh, nilchotz betoch zeh. Okay. Yofi. That's the list box. Hu shimushi ma'od le dvrim gdolim. Let's make this, not let's leave it. We did enough objects. And let's save it. Okay. Ha'im yesh shelot o ha'arot memishahu?
מה שהראית עכשיו זה בעצם prompt כזה, שהמשתמש...
כן, הוא לא נקרא prompt, אבל הוא פועל כמו מה שאנחנו מכירים כפרומפט באנליטיקס. המשתמש יכול לבחור מה שהוא רוצה, והתוצאות יהיה בהתאם.
הייתה שאלה בצ'אט מקודם על הדוחות, על קיצורי דרך של הדוחות. אתה רוצה להתייחס לזה עכשיו או אחר כך?
לא, אפשר עכשיו, בואו אני אעבור לזה. יהיו זמנים בקיצור דרך DV רק דוחות, לא כולל דוחות.
לא, רק דוחות.
When you say קיצור... מה?
רק דוחות DV יהיו זמינים בקיצורי דרך, זאת השאלה.
אוקיי, האם הכוונה בקיצורי דרך, the analytics object שנתנו גישה אליהם מעלמה?
אבי?
That was AC.
כן, אבי.
אתה מתכוון ל-analytics objects, מה שראינו כאן? This, when you say קיצורי דרך? One new message. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Ken. בוא נעשה עוד דבר אחד, אני רק רוצה לדבר באופן כללי על פילטרס, ואז נעבור לקיצורי דרך.
יואל, אתה יכול רגע לחזור למסך? אתה יכול רגע לחזור למסך שהראית? רק אתה יכול להסביר עוד פעם מה ההבדל בין ה-visualize למעלה לדאטה. מה קורה כשאתה עובר לדאטה? אני פשוט...
אוקיי, אנחנו לא נתעסק עם זה עכשיו, אבל אפשר לבנות דאטה סטס למשל אקסל שיט, ומכאן משלבים אותו לבתוך ה-workbook. יש כאן, אם את מעוניינת ביותר, inside our Xlibris YouTube channel, which it's YouTube.com user Xlibris Limited, or you can just search for Xlibris. If you say here, data visualization, input file or data set, here you got a 9-minute movie. You can even do it in Chinese, simultaneous translation to Chinese. Using an input file together with Alma data in data visualization and Alma analytics, זה מסביר איך אפשר לקחת קובץ אקסל, לעלות אותו לדאטה visualization ולעבוד איתו לבד, או לשלב אותו עם subject area קיים. זה מקור אחד. עוד אחד, בתוך ה-Developers Network, ושני הדברים האלו רשומים על הרשימת מקורות ששלחתי ללין, ושיש גם בתוך ה-PowerPoint. גם כאן, if you say data visualization, input file, you'll also get it. I think, yeah, how to use an input.
זה לא חייב להיות עם שדות בעמודות העליונות שאנחנו מפרימו, כלומר, זה יכול להיות... סתם אקסל שאני מעלה, ללא קשר?
נכון, נכון.
אוקיי.
אבל אם את רוצה לשלב אותו with a subject area, צריך לפחות שדה אחד זהה למה שיש באלמה או פרימו אנליטיקס.
אוקיי. למעשה הדוח שעכשיו הכנת לא באמת היה visualize. אין פה אלמנט של visualize.
Yeah, I have a table, I have a tile, and this one.
Table נחשב לוויז'ואל? לוויז'ואל?
כן, it's a visualization. כמו שיש כל אלו, גם ה-table.
אוקיי.
All right.
כן, הוא לא מאוד ויז'ואל.
כן, it's not fancy and everything. לפעמים that's all you need. Okay. Filters באופן כללי. ראינו פילטרס תוך כדי הדברים השונים, אבל לא דיברנו באופן מסודר עליהם. אז בואו נדבר באופן מסודר עליהם. Let me just close these things that we don't need. Okay. So if I have let's make a brand new one. איך מכאן אני פותח a new workbook? Anybody? I don't want to say anyone's name and put them on the spot. Anyone want to suggest מכאן, how can I create a new workbook? Any suggestions? נכון, השלוש נקודות כאן ו-create new workbook. Okay. Let's stay in the Primo action usage. So we're talking about filters. By the way, if we come back here to the Developers Network, there's a whole blog just on filters. If we say data visualization, did I spell that right? Using filters, yeah. So there's a whole explanation here, and you can go through here and read it with kol minei dugmaot. So there are 4 kinds of filters. There's a date, a range, like number of loans would be range, or number of sessions, Maybe you want between 100 and 200. Then there's a list, like we saw regular text in a table. And then there's an expression. We saw the expressions, kshekatafti at the SQL, pamasinu, that the search string is like halacha, nisinu safranut velo haya. Then we did also expressions with years. So those are the 4 kinds: date, range, list, and expression. Nachil im date. V'yesh shnei drachim she'efshar lishtamesh bo. So I'm in Primo action usage. Let me put this back down. The reason we didn't see it is ki kodem gararti et kav hazeh ki ratzinu lirot kol properties of the list box. So let's take a date. So this is a date. I can either choose from here. Let's say I want 2021. I'm going to click the year. Let's take 2022 afilu. 2022, maybe I want January 19th. Until, then I can choose here a year, a date. I'll say until January 19th, 2023. Ooh. And then I have it all set up. To get out of here, I'm just clicking somewhere else, clicking out of that. So here it says January 19th, 2022 to January 19th, 2023. I've made my filter. Let's even throw something in there just so we see something. Another way to do it, the dates, is instead of choosing from here, I can just start typing. Maybe I want February 14th. That number should change. And I don't remember what it was before. Oh, it didn't change here. Hold on. The 14th to, watch what happens here. 2, 14, enter. Hukvar havioti l'sham gam. I'm just going to click out. And now it's changed, and it's February 14th to January 19th. So I can either type in the dates. Let's take note, 4/14/959. I'm going to type in a different date here. I'll say 3/14/2022. Enter. And can you read there were none during that time? That's a short period. We'll make it bigger. Let's make it December. What's going on here? Did I have no actions then? Drag it in. Ooh, let's go back in. He's been working very hard all day. Apparently, he's getting tired. Okay, let's go back in. Kulam Adaini T, is my internet okay? Lynn, Atem Sham?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because suddenly it got slow. There might be something with the Alma.
Alma is slow in the last few weeks.
Okay, let me go to another one just to show the dates. No, but it was fast all day.
אבל האמריקאים קמו עכשיו, לא?
I'll be glad I am. Okay. All right, again. Workbook. Subject areas. Primo action usage. Number of actions. We said, quickly, because we already did this, we said we put in a date. We can say Here we can manually choose. It's pretty straightforward. Here we can manually choose. And here we can manually choose, and then it automatically does it. Or we can click on it and we can type a number. This is 3,462,000. We come in, we say we want this to be 2022. Enter. It's got the new date, and then this changed. It's no longer 3 million something. That's the date. You can manually put it or not. Then there's the range. The range is used for measures. And in the range, there's also two ways. Let's put in a measure. Let's say with this actions, let's put in something. So we'll be able to, let's make this a table so we're able to see it change. A table. And we'll put in the Primo view. So these are the different Primo views and how many actions there were. So if I take this actions, let's get rid of this field here. And I put in the actions. So now I can say I want only those between, let's say, 10,000 and 500,000. So one way is to start dragging this to wherever I want. So now it's only between 40,000 and the maximum, or between 40,000 and this. I'm dragging the range, and it looks like that. The other way is we can manually type in, I want between 10,000 and 500,000, enter. It automatically changes these. Let's even put in 1,500,000. It's giving me a little, we'll put in a lot and enter. Okay, there they are. So I can drag these on a range, or I can manually put in the numbers. 1,000. Okay, so that's the range. That's the date. Then there's a list. That's for text or numbers which are not a measure. Anything which is a measure has this number sign next to it. If, for example, I were to put in the active tab. So this is pretty straightforward too. I can come along and just choose whichever one I want. I want library catalog. I choose it, and I want, let's get rid of the Primo view here just so we have a nicer table with active tab. So whatever I choose here, central index, whatever I choose on the left is what's filtered here on the right, or I could exclude them. By default, they're include, but if I click this three dots menu, I could say exclude these selections. So now it's everything except whatever I chose. So we can say include or exclude here. Okay. Then we have the expression filters, which I'm not going to do again. We already saw that we click these three dots and we can start typing any kind of SQL. Let's actually put in the referrer. Let's get rid of this filter. Let's get rid of this filter. I'm just clicking on it and doing delete. So there's a field here. By the way, instead of scrolling through all the fields, here in the search option, we can do start typing it. Referrer in the data. I'm going to take one I can write a nice expression on. Okay. Here it is. Okay. The refer is made for, let's just do the, we want all of those who are going to include WorldCat. So one way would be to put it here and then do the search here and say start typing and it gives us everything with a certain word in it. Or WorldCat. It'll give all of those that contain the string WorldCat. There are ones with WorldCat in it. Let's do that. Okay. Action usage refer. Okay. Let's take all of those with Google. All right. So one option is to do it like this and say add all 24. And then I have a report. The bad thing with that, the disadvantage, זה שאם מחר יהיה אחד חדש עם גוגל, אין לי אותו. וזה לא טוב. אם מחר יהיה בנוסף ל-classroom Google.com, there'll be משהו אחר .google.com, לא יהיה לי אותו. אבל, אם אני מוסיף expression filter, I'm going to get rid of this, delete, and it's an SQL that says, give me anything like Google, I'll always get them all. זה ברור? לכולם, אם אני עושה את זה על ידי SQL, ואני אומר, שדה like Google, then מחר, if there's a new one, I'll automatically get it. But if I make a hard-coded list בתוך הפילטר, ומחר יתווסף עוד אחד, לא יהיה לי אותו. אני אניח שזה ברור, כי לא היה תשובה. So we'll come in here, we'll say add expression filter. We'll say I want the refer is like Google. Now note, on purpose, I'm doing it not the best way because I want to show why, and then I'm going to fix it. You see this Google and Google Scholar? Let's see what happens. Apply. אין לי את הגוגל וגוגל סקולר הזה. למה? מישהו יודע למה? אתם עייפים? למה אין לי את הגוגל הזה?
בגלל הרווח?
לא. בגלל ה-case. It was capital G. And I'm looking for small g. So I have two options. I could say refer like Google or refer like capital Google. Now I have those. But a nicer way, more elegant, would be to have it do a chipus on the lowercase refer. So now it's making it lowercase, then searching it. Now we have the capitals in the lowercase. ואם מחר יתווסף עוד אחד בצורה אוטומטית יש לנו אותו, מאשר אם לקחנו את הרשימה hard-coded, כי אז לא יהיה לנו מחר. Okay, so אני גמרתי עם כל מה שאני רציתי, והיה שאלה on the analytics objects. So let's go through the analytics objects. Are there any other questions inside the DV before we go to the analytics objects? Anybody? No one. Okay, so let's take, no, I'm not even going to use the presentation. I'm going to send everyone the link to those presentations, but I'm not going to use them right now. So let me go get the link to there and send it to Lynn, or I can send it to everybody actually. Okay. This is on the new analytics user interface in Alma. שאחד מהדברים העיקריים זה analytics objects list. Did that include the זה לא כולל את the link, so I'll take the link here. Okay. And that includes these 6 presentations. חלק מהדברים האלו לא תראו היום, זה יהיה במרץ. וחלק כן. Okay, let's do it. So first I'll send this to everybody. All right, so you've got it. Now, so the analytics objects list. Amarnu b'hatchala שכדי שמישהו יכול לגשת אליו, הוא צריך את הרole analytics administrator or general systems administrator. ואז יהיה לו גישה to analytics objects list. The analytics objects list and the shared with me are a very similar list. However, the difference, the shared with me is all of the analytics objects שיש להם לפחות role אחד שיש גם לי. למשל, there's one here made by, let's not take this one here, recalls all libraries, made by Olga. If we look at that, I'm just going to click it. You can open it with a click. This one has role circulation desk operator. So when כשמישהו בנה את זה, who or he, שם את role circulation desk operator, אז כשמישהו עושה shared with me, הוא יראה את זה רק אם יש לו circulation desk operator. לי יש את הרול הזה, לכן אני יכול לראות אותו. אם אני הולך ל-Analytics Objects List לעומת זאת, אני רואה את כל ה-Analytics Objects שקיימים בכלל. כי לא מכאן כל user נכנס and adds it as a favorite, אלה מה-shared with me. So זה ה-Analytics Objects List. אלו מכם ששמו לב לשינויים the purchase order line task lists, we're making changes there. I gave a session on that a few months ago. Also, in the resource sharing task list, we had a session on that. This is called the next generation UI. And all of the lists are changing to this format. So, Mama afien this format. Kadei liftoach mashu, you can just do a double click and it automatically opens. If Charlie Rototo Bitsurot Shonot, you have here actions. You've got a list view. Shepoteach Hakol Biyachad. There's these badges. This is called a badge. She noten meida miyad al ezeshu pe'ula shene'asa ala yeshut, on the entity. Instead of saying on the analytics object, I'm saying on the yeshut. Kigamba purchase order line task list, resource sharing request task list, Zatoderech. So we have the list view. The split view can be narrow, medium, or wide. So the split view gives it Bishnei Turim, Shekeshe Loktzim Alachad, Roim et Meida Kan. If I change this now, wide list looks like that. Narrow list looks like that. Now the list here is narrow. Now the list here is wide. Ani shomei reka, mishu lo b'mute v'medaber. Okay. So that's the views. When somebody is in full page view, Hem yecholim lavor ben achlakim. There's a section here called summary, a section called share, a section called schedule. So if shalavor ben achlakim mikan or mikan, if we go to a split view, ze yoter roim et ze bimkom legalgel kan im a scroll bar. If I want to go right to the report preview section, אפשר ללכת מכאן וישר ל-report preview, והוא יגיע ישר ל-report preview. אפשר מה-analytics object ללכת ישר ל-report, וזה טוב כי במקום מה שהיה קודם, if somebody wanted to see, where's that recall one we were talking about? I'm going to search for the one with the word recall. This one. אם קודם מישהו רצה לראות את זה, הוא היה צריך לבדוק מה ה-Analytics folder here. Let's make this a little larger. אני יכול לגרור גם, במקום לבחור כאן את ה-different views, אפשר לגרור כאן, וזה יפתח אותו ב-full view, זה יחזיר אותו ל-split view, או מה שנקרא side by side. Anyway, קודם הייתי צריך ללכת להפולדר הזה ולהגיד, okay, that's the folder, what's the report name, then go into Analytics and open it. Now I can just go directly to view full report, וזה פותח את הרפורט לבד. זה פתח אותו, and now I can do whatever here. That was a central library somebody wants, and okay. So, there's nothing in the central library for that, but יכולתי לקרוא, להריץ אותו. וזה לא תלוי באם יש למישהו את ה-Analytics Designer Role, זה יפתח אותו בלי אפשרות לעשות edit. Same thing here, there's a report URL. I can use this URL גם לפתוח את ה-report, זה מאוד יפה. Let's choose now all libraries, and if not, we'll just choose. They don't have an option for all. אני לא בניתי את ה-report הזה. I'm just running it as an example. Just to get something that will work. Okay. Boom. So, אני הרצתי את זה על ידי לשים את ה-URL בתוך הבראוזר. Now, מישהו רואה בעיה בזה? I'm trying to see if people are with us. מה הבעיה הזאת שיש בתוך ה-Analytics Object, a URL שיכול לגשת אליו?
שה-URL הוא לא יציב.
well, זה נכון, אבל זה פתרנו. זה static URL, הוא לא ישתנה. הבעיה זה מה אם זה יגיע לידיים של מישהו אחר שאנחנו לא רוצים שהוא יראה את הדאטה. אז הוא יעבוד, ה-URL יעבוד, רק אם זה או tab של בראוזר שמישהו already logged into Alma and has the necessary role. So if I were to take that same report, I'm in a different Alma now, and I were to put that URL here, it won't work. It's telling me to log in. Hu lo yavod. But kan, who can yavod, because I'm already logged in. So you can bookmark reports. As binusaf, libniyat report as a favorite, shemishu yechol lavo lakan v'legeshet elav, אפשר לקחת את ה-URL הזה, ובצורה אוטומטי, לשים אותו בבוקמרק, ואוטומטי אפשר להגיע אליו. אפשר גם לבנות אותם scheduled reports עם הרבה יותר גמישות ממה שהיה קודם. למשל, every 6 hours, you can choose here hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, the different recurrence up to 24 times. That's every hour. You can get a report once an hour, which isn't really relevant for analytics because it's updated once a day. But we're using the same infrastructure, אותו תשתית שיש במקומות אחרים. זה מבוסס, יש מקומות אחרים שמשתמשים בסקיידולינג, למשל אם פעם בנית a recurring Outlook meeting. זה דומה לזה. ורואים למטה את ה-report. ישר, אז לא צריך לדאוג איך זה נראה before you decide to add it. It's already here. That's the analytics objects. ברגל אחד, like I said, במרץ, 22 למרץ, we're having a session dedicated to the whole new interface. Then there's the shared with me. Shared with me, we said, brings that same list, but only shows ones that I have access to. Lemashal, let's do a little test. This one here called recall libraries. Only if you have circulation desk operator. I'm going to do a little test. I'm doing QA on Alma, and let's see what happens if I take my user and I go to my circulation desk operator, which I have a couple of them, and I deactivate them. So now I don't have circulation desk operator at all. And I save that. And I log in. And now I go look for that in the shared with me. Actually, I also have the designs analytics role, so it's not 100% fair, but we can get rid of that role too. And we go into the shared with me. And I look for that recall again. Beautiful. Now I don't see it. So the shared with me, that was nice. The shared with me, Rak Mar'eh Mashemutar Lili wrote. And then once I have it there, let's go back and resave my user and relog in. So now we'll see it. V'lifnei rega lo ra'inu. Okay, then we can sort these by various ways. Name, location, object creator, object creation date. So if we do this and we do it descending, we should see the ones we made today. Let's say descending. Here's the ones we made today. And I have an indicator that I added this in my favorites. That's called a badge. We also have that it's a scheduled report. This one someone did as a scheduled report. Can I add this to my favorites? Some by fiscal year. First, let's see that it really works. I'm going to click View Full Report. So before I even add it, that's a nice report. So I can come in from within the shared with me, Vili Rototok Frami Roche. I say, oh, I like that one. I'm going to add it to my favorites. I can also, from here, make this a scheduled report for me. I know it's a scheduled report, so I can say, click here and say, I want to subscribe, and now I'm going to get this. Save. I don't even have to save. It gets saved automatically once you do that. So now I'm in the side-by-side view simply because I clicked it. And if I wanted to see it in full view, I could click here, open in the full view, and now I got the whole view. You can see the preview here also. That's really nice, that preview. Ani choshev. Shehu mar'eh. Hatchala shel hadoch. By the way, ksheyesh doch im prompts hu mareh oto kan bli ha-prompts, because you don't want to start running the prompts inside here. The widgets oved b'tot tzura. Im lemashal hayiti mosif et zeh as a widget, and go back to my landing page and click the plus here. I forgot what that one was called. Here it is, sum by fiscal year. So that might not be relevant for a widget, but I can automatically make it a widget. So I clicked it there, and now I've got it here as a widget. That's the basics of the analytics objects list and the shared with me. I'm just going to go back to the shared with me and take that one, which was, here it is. I'm going to remove myself from this one, so I won't be getting it as a mail. And by the way, you can see here all of the users that it's shared with. So I will say unsubscribe, and I don't want it as a widget. So that's good. If I go into this one, so Mikan, I could automatically get it shared with someone else. But let's save all this for the official session. Haim atem mibar ilan atem rotzim sheni imchok akshav ma shebaniti hayom shelo yeh, I don't want to say zevel, aval elu baniti hayom shenashir otam betor dugmaot etzlechem, or I could get rid of them right now very, very easily. Ruchama?
לא, יעל אומרת שתשאיר, אל תמחוק.
אוקיי, בסדר.
בשרד זה יישאר, נכון? מה ששמת בשרד.
כן. shared, אני לא שם manually בשארד, הוא מופיע בשארד on the fly, כמו שאומרים, דינמי. מה שמופיע בשארד זה כל מה שיש, כל objects שיש role, שיש לי. If a user went in here and he, like when I got rid of my Circ desktop operator and I no longer saw that one that said recall, אני לא בוחר to put this here or not, הוא מופיע לפי הרולס שלי.
רגע, יואל, השרד ששמרת של בר אילן, אתה יכול לשים אותם באיזשהו שרד תיקייה של מלי?
Oh, all of the workbooks we made today?
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's do that right now. So let's go to
the community, נכון? Community reports.
Yep, let's put them in the community. So let's go decide where we want to put them. Let's make or find a folder first of all. So we'll go to community.
היה פעם של הדרכות מלי.
Okay, we'll try to keep it clean here. So that's going to be regional user groups, נכון?
כן.
And then we got Israel. Is there one also called Melly? No, good. So Israel. And let's make a folder here. New folder. We'll call it Melly DV.
DV.
I'll call it DV Primo because there's going to be an Alma one also. Unless you want to put them all together. Let's put it like that for now. Or do you want to just call it Melly DV, and Judith, when she does her analytics one, will also put them here?
Yeah.
So I'll just call it Melly DV Sessions. Okay. I'll say 2023. Because hers, I don't know if it's in February or March, so I won't even say February 2023. Okay. So we'll put them all there. I can do that right now, this very minute. So we'll go to Bar Ilan Reports. And then we had, wait a minute. Bar Ilan University Reports. Let's see, we'll go here. Catalog. I got to go in the Primo side. Okay. So I'll just take them from here. We'll go to reports.
אתה לא יכול לגרור אותם במקרה?
Yeah, I can לגרור אותם. I got to get everything open there. Hold on. Let's do this. Sorry. Let's leave that. Let's come here. I want to do this organized. Let me close these. Okay. So I'll open them all up together like this and like this. All right, so we want this whole folder. Let me go like that. We want all of these to go into here, here, hold on. This is giving me...
אתה לא חייב לעשות את זה עכשיו, יואל.
Okay, I'll do it and I'll send it to you. Yeah.
לא send it to me. להכניס את זה למיילי DVD sessions. יש המון דברים פה שאולי צריכים להוריד אותם בכלל.
Ken, we got to do a cleanup in here.
We've got to do a cleanup.
Yeah. All right, I'll do this after. בסדר. Okay. All right. Anything else before we close? I know we're 18 minutes early. אם יש עוד דברים, אשמח, אבל אם לא, יש למישהו עוד שאלה או הערה או כל דבר אחר? כמה נשארו עד הסוף? 42, not bad.
אומרים תודה.
תודה רבה.
מכנרת.
תודה רבה.
טוב, אתה רוצה לקרוא תודות?
נתרגל ונשלח שאלות.
אוקיי, אז אני אשלח לכולם כמובן את ההקלטה, שתי הקלטות, גם את המצגת יש לך, נכון יואל? וכל מיני כלים שהמלצת עליהם, למרות ששלחנו בצ'אט, אבל אנחנו נשלח אותם גם, או היום או מחר. אז זהו, אז אני בשם מלי רוצה להודות לך מאוד מאוד מאוד, אני חושבת שזה היה מצוין, אני חושבת שהסברת ולימדת המון דברים, אפילו שאני למשל מ-2016 עובדת עם אנליטיקס, והרגשתי שזה תרם לי, אז אני מקווה שזה גם תרם לכולם. וחבל שלא עוד אנשים באו, אם רק 55 ונשארנו 41, אני רק חושבת על כל האנשים האחרים שפספסו. אני רק מקווה שהם יראו את ההקלטות.
אוקיי.
זהו.
יום טוב לכולם.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה.
יום טוב.
להתראות. ביי.
ביי ביי.